Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another nerdy talk show where we talk nerd. Whoop 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 whoop. That's all I could think about. That's all I could literally think about. I just that was the only thing in here. I'm the guy standing here with the Infinity Gauntlet, and I'm just like I couldn't think of anything else. So yeah, that's what's going on here.
Are you saying you're inevitable?
No,
you're inevitable.
I said that to Blonsky, and he said it was a bad thing. I told him, fuck him, honestly.
No, I guess
this thing was $100, and I got it for a 50% discount thanks to being a gas member. So he's sweet. It does light up and make noise.
So
it does light up and make noises, but I turned it off because I don't want to disturb anybody. It's kind of huge, but except that my knuckle and my pinky keeps scraping against the top. There's like this railing on it. It's so cool. This is so awesome. Anyway.
That is so cool. I was going to say, instead of wiping out half the universe's population, you just wiped out half the price.
Okay, let's just go there. I'm joined tonight by, as usual, Miss Annette Levi, a.k.a. Bright Idea, and her boyfriend Seesaw. So, yeah.
Seesaw. Hey, he mispronounced my name, so...
Yeah.
Levi, I don't know. Captain Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Is it Levy or Levi?
I think in Attack on Titan it's Levi.
I'm asking you in your last name. I forget it.
Yeah, it's Levy.
Oh my god, the Levy.
Like, drove my Chevy to the levee.
Oh god. Anyway, so I just want to open up here by saying something. I was on Twitter just a moment ago, and I was looking around there, right? And Johnny Bravo was trending, right?
Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, Johnny Bravo. You know, the show that was about that guy who was always trying to get the lady, aka a show that would never work in today's society. So
yeah, no, the monkey with me.
Anyway, so I was wondering, like, what did they find? Did it finally happen? Did they finally pick on Johnny Bravo? No, it's because during, I'm assuming this was a protest or something, there was a cop who go to the Ants chat. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about. This photo of this cop was just like freaking shown off.
So cute, the hair.
Oh my god, this is
what... Johnny Bravo became a cop.
I'm almost like tempted to send this to Joey O, just for the full purpose, saying, hey, is this like a commonly used policeman's haircut or something? And he'd be like, Evan, shut up. I can't do a good Cuban accent, but like, yeah. So yeah, that's something I thought you shouldn't see today. And so yeah, I don't know what it is. He looks like more like Vanilla Ice than Johnny Bravo, but I know what they're saying.
The haircut is really good.
He looks like Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil mixed with freaking.
I mean, it's funny.
He's also kind of got the Guile thing going on too.
He does kind of got the Guile thing going on there. Wait, no, I don't see it. Sorry.
Like, he's so square-jawed. How does a jaw get that square?
I don't know. God, I want this guy's head tattooed.
How many cans of hairspray did he have to use?
God, I want this guy tattooed on my left arm. I don't know why, but I do. So yeah, that was something I just had to see. Like, oh my god. Nice. Anyway, yes, today is another day, another thing there. So as you guys can see, clear by my face here, clear by everything right there, I am still alive. I don't know how, but you know, I still am. But like, I gotta get this picture out of here. Like you told me, yeah, he was telling me about this stupid, this Battleship movie that came out in like 2000 whatnot, and like apparently I forgot it existed, I guess.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, that's what's going on. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on right now with that. So I had it on my iPad here. It was crazy. So. What has happened this week? What has happened this week? Aside a lot more coronavirus and a lot more stuff. Okay, speaking of coronavirus, you want to know something that's really stupid?
Yeah.
Okay, who likes stories of people? Okay, so I made this post today. I was listening to my favorite talk show radio program. It was called Monsters in the Morning, and they were telling me about this grilled cheese joint in Windermere, who doesn't follow the mask policy. So yeah, they were having like
All the mask policy.
Yeah, there's gonna be 2 stories here about no mask. I'm gonna say that. Wear the damn mask. Anyway, so like what I'm gonna say is that like so they were having a thing where they weren't letting people in with masks. So the police had to intervene, and she's on top of like apparently the grilled cheese joint is also their house or something. And oh my God, what is it? She's up there on the balcony with the megaphone, like, yeah, I know it's America, this girl should have had the word Veruca tattooed to her forehead. And I'm trying, like, if you don't know what I mean,
okay.
Like, my dad wrote on Facebook the other day saying, can we just change the insult of Karen to Veruca, please?
Yeah, because I know a bunch of Karens who aren't, entitled or self-important or snobbish and everything. Like, I have a cousin named Karen, and, like, she's nice. And so it would be fun to, like, have that renamed to Veruca, but I think that would only work for, like, young girls.
What?
Like, whoever Veruca turns into as an adult, like, it should be something else. Like, maybe, something more old-fashioned. It's like, Karen's a really common name.
So I'm on the I'm on their page right now, and apparently on Google, the place is called 33 and Melt, a grilled cheese bar in Orlando. But like,
grilled cheese bar.
A grilled cheese bar. Question: what is that?
Of course, it's a thing.
What is that? What even is that? What is a grilled cheese bar?
It's like, oh man,
another one on the house, extra Gouda. Oh my
only there was
God.
a place where I could get the best grilled cheese sandwich experience, but where do you find one? I know, let's go to Orlando. Go to the grilled cheese bar.
33. The restaurant's called 33 and Melt. It doesn't sound like a restaurant name. That sounds like a future prediction of when you turn age 33. You're just gonna melt.
Oh man.
It's like stop, drop, and roll 33 and Melt. There you go. But yeah, if you want to go by the full name is 33 and Melt, a grilled cheese bar in Orlando. And yeah, apparently Leah's right there. I'm looking at the thing, right? So yeah, it's just a grilled cheese bar. I don't even know what it's like ridiculous.
They have grilled cheese and alcohol?
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm not. I'm just guessing it.
I don't know. It just says a grilled cheese bar. So they do.
Is it like a salad bar where it's just salad stuff? There's no alcohol?
I don't know about alcohol. It's just like I'm looking at it. It's like a diner with like the thing in there. You could sit down. Apparently, it's just a bar for grilled cheese.
Okay.
I don't even like. Okay, I'm just gonna say up front here, I do not like grilled cheese. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I like cheese in smaller amounts. It's like
what the fuck?
Yeah, grilled cheese would be too much cheese for me. Every once in a while.
Okay, I'm looking at pictures of this joint. I am looking at pictures.
Yeah.
I am looking at pictures of this joint and on Google, and one of the things that came up here has me having a lot of questions right now. I mean, clearly this is a Halloween run, but then I get this.
Oh.
Look at this.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Grilled cheese bar.
In Halloween?
I don't fucking know.
That looks like something you could sell at Halloween.
They got a sign out front that says, one of which is pointing at the joint saying grilled cheese, beer, music, fun. And the other one points in the opposite direction saying real life.
Oh.
If I ever had every single anime convention should have a friggin' sign that says that in the front. So
yeah.
Google,
I agree.
Google has it listed as closed, where if 3 days ago, They said we are open. Others are falsely reporting us as temporarily closed. We are open Tuesday through Saturday. Thank you for the support.
Oh.
Yes. So apparently 3 days ago, we were never closed outside of our normal days closed. I don't even know if that way to use closed in the same sentence. First of all, I was not cuffed.
Yeah.
I was not cuffed, arrested, cited for serving minors. What? Given a fine and my license revoked. Whatever the hell stuff. Public people say people blah 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 blah. I don't even fucking know.
Okay, so it does serve alcohol because they wouldn't be arrested for serving to minors if it was just grilled cheese.
I would totally like to call this joint right now and just fucking prank call them. So I actually posted on Facebook saying, I too am anti-masks. Yeah, first COVID, next thing you know, scuba masks. Because everybody knows that that not being able to breathe underwater is a big conspiracy. Don't you know that? Don't you know that water's air flavored? You don't need no mask anyway. What are you talking about? So yeah. That's what's going on there. I would totally like to call this number right now and just prank call them.
Well, if they're only open Tuesday to Saturday, it won't really do you much good.
Wait, is that what they said? Yeah, they did.
Sunday.
But then again, what's the point? They have dine-in, takeout, but no delivery.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, they should have delivered grilled cheese. Although it only work if you're like close there.
Okay, what if it was like something different, like friggin' Caesar wraps? Give me Caesar wraps, man. I want that shit delivered to my front lawn. Throw it through my window. I don't care. Anyway, you think if I were to pay my pizza guy, saying, when you deliver it here, here's my money, I'm wiring it to you. When you deliver it to me, just throw it through my window. I won't report you.
I think the pizza would be ruined. It would have little glass bits in it.
It wouldn't. Just tape the box shut. Throw it through my window.
Yeah.
So that's what. Yeah, exactly. So that's happened. Apparently, but not only that, there was this convention being held in Orlando. I'm gonna look this up here. There was a convention that was held this weekend in Orlando.
Really?
Yeah, a convention.
The conventions were all but canceled.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find this thing. It's so ridiculous. There's this convention in Orlando that happened. Gotta find the exact link because I shared it. Oh yeah, I found this image here, saying, "Imagine if this lockdown happened 18 years ago. You would be stuck at home with a Nokia 3310 with 300 texts, 100 minutes call limit, and a dial-up internet."
Oh my man.
It's funny because when we did Whirl, that was the phone I gave you.
Yeah, the Nokia.
Okay, so there's this convention called Hero Hype. It's called Hero Hype.
Okay.
And it was held yesterday. So apparently pictures were coming out. Actually, I haven't seen these pictures yet. I want to share the stream, but I don't want our stream to go like crazy. And for some reason, they think it was a good idea to hold this.
How many people went?
Let me see here. Hero Hype 2020. Let me see the event. In the event, 60 went.
It's a relatively small convention.
519 were interested.
Uh,
Can we just go over the... Can we just frickin'... I gotta find pictures of this. I gotta find pictures of this convention. See how well it did. How well it did. Is this convention literally the first comment? Hero Hype, is this convention still going on? If so, before assuming, do you have measures in place to limit guests and attendees to room raise and news? Yes, we are. No, wait, here's what it said. This guy named Kelly, or girl, I don't know. There's a guy and a girl in the profile picture. She writes, Hero Hype 2020, is the convention still going on? If so, before assuming, do you have... Wait. If so, before assuming, do you have measures in place to limit guests and attendees to 10 in a room due to the rise of COVID cases? And there was a reply. Yes, we are still on 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's all they say.
Wow.
Yes, there was a second question in there.
Like, we have times that we're open and nothing about, do you have safety measures
like
in place?
all these questions are saying yes. There are two other questions saying, "Good afternoon. Is this event still taking place tomorrow?" Says Tom, and he says, "Yes, we are still on. We have no canceled. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. Only thanks." Is this convention going on? They finally actually do one here. Yes, we are still on 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are not canceled, but we are taking plenty precautions for everyone. Really, because I just saw apparently the images of this convention were leaked online, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all in a room. They are all in a room, and there are people in costumes, but most of them do not have masks on. My good friend Austin said, "This is one of the reasons COVID-19 is spreading so damn fast in Florida. XD Hero HypeCon was a disaster. Lol, I didn't go, but dang, the lack of social distancing as a parent and only a few people with masks."
People are so desperate. I mean, it makes sense that they're desperate, but like, people aren't using that thing between their ears.
Oh my God.
It's like, I forgot what it's called again.
Nose.
Is it? Yeah.
Nose, mouth,
Yeah,
chin,
people aren't
eyes,
using their tongue.
forehead,
Yeah. Yeah, they do not
medulla
foresee this.
oblongata.
Yeah.
That's between your two ears.
They aren't using their frontal lobe.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, here's at least MegaCon gave some time for this and at least had a limit of people that's going on in October. I'm not doing MegaCon limited. I just scrolled down on a video of a baby I did not want to see. I'm gonna just I'm gonna hide that video. I don't want to see that anymore. Jesus. So yeah, that's what's been going on there. So if that's not bad enough, who likes when YouTubers get who likes it when YouTubers get controversy going on in the world now?
Which YouTuber is this about?
Let's see. Let's see who it is here. So I can imagine nobody is going to be surprised about this. Nobody is probably going to be surprised about this. YouTuber Jake Paul. Are you still with me? Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jake Paul is getting slammed by everyone, including the mayor, by the mayor of the place he's at, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know where they live.
Oh my God. They had a massive house party amid the renewed COVID-19 event. And these pictures and videos show him at the party with he apparently nobody had masks on. There was no social distancing. And yeah. So let's rewind here. How many subscribers does Jake Paul have right now?
I do not know.
Come on, what do you guess? Take a guess. Come on. Give me a guess.
All right. 45 million. That's my guess.
20.1.
That's probably way too much.
20.1. So
okay.
I just gotta know. Oh my God. 1 week ago, he had a picture called. I'm looking at his last 3 videos, exposing the Hype House members. And apparently he posted something.
The Hype House.
He has made no response to this. This coming from a guy who apparently 3 videos ago, 1 week, has a video called Sex Tape?
Yeah, who's Sex Tape? It's like, what is his target audience?
I don't know, it's like when you look at like kids and they like, I have a philosophy when it comes to stuff like rated R. What the fuck is up with these thumbnails? My God. Wait, is Jake Paul the guy who got backlash for filming in the woods in Japan that people committed suicide in, and one he actually took video of a.
It might have been. Yeah.
It might have been his brother.
Yeah, that was freaking
I know there's Jake Paul and there's
Logan Paul.
another.
Logan Paul.
Logan.
Yeah.
It might have been Logan Paul.
My God, I didn't even see that video, but yeah, apparently what the hell was he thinking there? The thing was that, like, so yes, apparently we have agreed here. People who own grilled cheese sandwich bars are stupid. Jake Paul is stupid, and apparently nerds are stupid. Anyway, so yes, bottom line, the world's falling apart there. Come on, guys.
Hero Hype Con.
All because people can't wear are opposed to wearing masks. You want to know something that I never got though? What's even the point of that? Like, people think, what's the whole argument here? They don't want to wear masks because of what now? I don't know what that's about. Like,
because they find it hard to breathe. If you can breathe with like those plastic Halloween masks with like, you know, teeny tiny nose holes in Halloween, you can wear the cloth mask.
Actually, here's the
Doctors can do it for 8 hours or more during surgery.
I know, like,
you can wear a mask.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, like, I understand people not being able to wear those masks. I get it. Like, some people have asthma, some people have like breathing issues. I get that. That I have had heck, I've had a couple of friends of mine that have passed out because of those issues with the masks. There's also face shields.
Yeah.
Hell,
you have like visor that's like plastic in front of your face.
Yeah, I wear one at work. It's not a big deal, honestly. Like, here's the thing. Like, also, I saw a couple at Disney, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had face masks on, but they had a tube in there that pumps oxygen in it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So, like, how does that work?
It's just
they have like a little behind them?
It's like a little white box here, right? And it's just got a tube going into the mask.
Huh.
That's pretty. I'm like, why don't people look at that? That's good. I don't know if that's what it's used for, but it's good.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is that, like, people think they have like the.
It's interesting. It's like, it makes me think of like if people were really so concerned, like they couldn't breathe at all with the mask. Like, what if they brought an actual snorkel mask that's attached to an oxygen tank, like a backpack type thing? It's like, oh.
Let's just put it like this way: people who don't want to wear masks, they say that it's against their rights to wear masks. These are the people who just are yearning to run around the streets without anything on. Let's just face that.
I also kind of wondered earlier this week, how many of these anti-maskers are also the people that went out and bought 500 rolls of toilet paper at the beginning of all this?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I mean, like, I saw there was a protest in Ohio, I think it was, and they had like people performing. It was crazy. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, at this point, it's like not even controversial. It looks like people with a fetish. Anyway, like. But like, yeah, these are the people who just want to run around the town naked. They don't want to wear anything. If wearing a mask is against your right, then that doesn't mean the government. Doesn't that also mean the government doesn't have the right to tell you what you have to wear? That you can.
Yeah.
Just
like, no shirt, no shoes, no service. No, it's no mask.
I have the right to go to school wearing nothing.
Yeah.
Think gaze upon it. It's ugly, isn't it? And like.
I was thinking something and then I forgot.
I don't even know what you just said, but okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but then I just lost it. My brain just dropped it on the way to my mouth.
Why not? I was talking about nudity, and I just said I have the right to run to school without anything on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all had that dream. We've all had that one embarrassing dream.
I have those dreams a bunch. Just
you have that dream where you're in school and you're not wearing anything or something like that.
And you forgot your pants.
Exactly. Come on, don't even lie. You've had the dream at least once. It's like.
Yeah, I've had a dream of like just walking around my neighborhood with nothing on and nobody else noticed, and like, wow, it's so breezy. It's like, wait, oh no, but nobody noticed. It's funny when you say noticed in such a way, it almost sounds like nudist. Nobody noticed.
Nobody knew. Oh my god! Only you, Bright, would do that. Am I the one that's making it worse for you? Am I the one that's literally just making it worse for you? So like, yeah. Seesaw agrees. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's like crazy. It's so nuts. And he's left.
Rumbling Thunder?
Maybe something bad watching on TV.
Oh, okay.
I scared him. Don't lie.
But yeah.
Don't lie. I scared him away. I scared him away.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Oh my god.
Anyway, what else in nerdy
I'm
news?
trying to find other things that are on nerdy news. Let's just get away from this. Let's
Yeah.
let's see.
The other day I was showing Cecil the Thief and the Cobbler animated movie. Are you familiar with that one?
I know the history behind it.
Hmm.
I forgot the guy's name, but like I know it went through a lot of messy productions. It was originally supposed to be something else, but apparently the studio got it and fucking
Yeah.
destroyed the dream.
Yeah. This it also goes by the title Arabian Night, and it was one of Vincent Price's last projects that he worked on,
Yeah.
along with Great Mouse Detective. But what's interesting is this animation took so long. It was animated by Richard Williams, who also worked on the Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie.
Yeah.
And this thing was like this guy's magnum opus. You see this animation, and he does backgrounds, he does like spin arounds, he does so much frame by frame animation, and these whole like Rube Goldberg sequences. And it took so long, and like the studio just like cut it up, and like I think it came out around '95, which is the year or so around after Aladdin came out. So what's interesting is this was being in production way before Aladdin, but then Aladdin came out, and then this came out after Aladdin. So which one is ripping off who?
That's just embarrassing, honestly. Like, I know there are two versions of it. One of which that stars Matthew Broderick, who is an actor I am not a fan of. And
Yeah, the Matthew Broderick one was the final cut, but then
there's the I think it's called
later they came out with a recobbled edition, and that doesn't have Matthew Broderick's narration. And there was a bunch of musical numbers that were put in, and those are not in the recobbled edition. There's like a lot more animation. It's interesting because the recobbled is about 20 minutes longer, and I intend to show that whenever like we're free, because like I showed the original, and I think you have to see the original first, or the original cut. Okay, that's confusing because the original is how it's how the studio ended up making it, and the recobbled version is what it should have been.
Really.
Which, yeah.
So like that's the thing. Like I never actually saw the I never actually saw it. I think the Nostalgia Critic did a review of it, but like the thing is that like with the whole situation with it, like I know about the recobbled cut being the better one there, but like I said, I'm not a fan of Matthew Broderick, so yeah.
Yeah. If you see the recobbled version, then that would be really good. That doesn't have Matthew Broderick in it.
Yeah, I mean like I don't know. I mean like he was only good in one thing, and that was it, honestly.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
He was also pretty good in War Games.
Yeah, War Games was a good one too.
I never saw War Games, so I wouldn't be able to know.
Producers.
Yeah, the producers.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Gene Wilder version.
I mean,
that better.
yeah, he was
So.
Simba in The Lion King, but like every single time I heard Simba talk, even as a kid, he sounded like he sounded just too depressed, in my opinion. Which, granted, I can understand the shit he went through. He'd be really depressed, but like, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, it's.
I remember years later after seeing, like, learning who Matthew Broderick was, and he was like, wait, he's grown Simba? Wait, what?
Yeah, there you go. No,
Yeah.
Gee, can you wonder why they brought back James Earl Jones as Mufasa and not him? I don't wonder why. Anyway, like, that's.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
kind of wish they would have brought the Irons back, but you know.
Yeah.
I was at the Art of Disney yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were selling a Lion King poster that was autographed for $2,000.
Ooh.
And oddly enough, they didn't have Jeremy Irons' autograph on there. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it was like not on there. It was like weird. I'm like, so what? You couldn't get Jeremy Irons on this thing? James Earl Jones, I can understand being worth at least $1,500, but you know,
Yeah.
like
What's Jeremy Irons been in recently? I think the last thing I saw him in was that film adaptation of Aragon.
I think he might be retired.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't in Aragon, was he?
Yeah, he was. He was the mentor character.
Oh, that was him. I thought I keep
Yeah, that was him.
Am I confusing Aragon with? I never read that book. First of all, I had no interest in seeing that movie, but
Yeah.
the thing was I remember he was the bad guy in Dungeons and Dragons.
But he was. I don't remember there being a Dungeons and Dragons movie, but
There was a
yeah, Jeremy Irons was in Aragon.
Yeah, there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie where Jeremy Irons was the villain. And there's this opening scene, I think I remember because I saw the Nostalgia Critic review it, where
Yeah.
he's over there and he's trying to control this dragon with this scepter thing. And he's
Oh.
give me all your rage, all your rage. Ah. That's not even. He makes that noise. It's just so
Oh.
weird. It's just so weird. It just comes out of where he's like, ah. It's so weird.
Yeah. Apparently, he's in the Watchmen series.
Really?
2019.
Really?
So that's
Yeah.
a thing.
He's I haven't
He's
seen
in 2017 Justice League as Alfred.
Oh wow, he plays Alfred.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm like June, but I'm not sure.
No, it looks like the movie. The yeah,
He was in the highly forgettable Assassin's Creed movie.
Ouch.
yeah. And he was in Batman
And
vs
Batman
Superman.
vs.
as
Superman
Alfred.
is Alfred, which is also a horrible movie.
Oh,
I completely forgot that.
Jeremy Irons is Alfred. Okay.
I recently remembered, oh yeah, there was a Justice League movie. It blewed.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through it. It was so boring.
When you expect Jeremy Irons is a boring actor, what do you expect?
I don't know. He was pretty good in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, he was in there.
He's in the third Die Hard. Yeah, he was the bad guy. Loved
Yeah.
him.
I don't think I've seen the first, the third Die Hard. I've seen the first one. And
Yeah, the first one.
maybe
Yeah,
the
Die Hard
second
1 is my favorite Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Die Hard 1 is your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Yeah, think about it. He goes around. He's hiding. He's running around in the middle of the night and he's trying to hide from Alan Rickman.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie. So is Iron Man 3. So is Iron Man 3. I don't care.
Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson had great chemistry in Die Hard 3.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's really hard to see Sam Jackson have chemistry with anybody aside half of the Avengers and maybe I don't even know.
Yeah.
No, you
John
guys.
Travolta.
Oh yeah, that's right. Him. Yeah, I forgot they were together.
Fiction.
Black Snake Moan was a good one, too.
Yeah.
What? Black Snake what?
Black Snake Moan.
Oh.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that.
I don't know that one.
God, I remember. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, I'm me and my dad were watching the Star Wars prequels not so long ago,
Uh-huh.
and we were going around there saying, "When's the part where Mace Windu drops at least one motherfucker?"
Yeah. I remember there's a meme going around. It's you have the power to add fuck in there, and which part in the Star Wars movies would you drop it? And so somewhere Mace Windu, you have that.
Black Snake Moan is essentially Samuel L. Jackson chains up Christina Ricci in a torn up t-shirt and her underwear and drags her around for the majority of the movie.
Jesus Christ.
It's a really good movie because she's got addiction problems and stuff, and he's trying to help her break the addiction.
Oh.
It's cold turkey type shit and
Oh.
helping her get through the withdrawals. But no, he's got her chained up and he's dragging her around on a chain.
Hmm.
And he sings the blues in the movie too, which is a pretty good scene.
Oh yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
singer. He's a good singer.
Jackson sings the blues.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard him sing before. He's a good singer, man.
Hmm.
yeah, just like Jensen Ackles from Supernatural is an amazing singer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that or Seth
We just
MacFarlane.
finished watching 10 seasons and started the 11th season of Supernatural.
Oh really? I haven't gotten into that show. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It does take a while to get into it, but from the first few episodes, I was I'm hooked on this. These two brothers going on adventures,
Yeah.
and it's funny because there's a few people who worked on My Little Pony that make appearances in Supernatural. First, I saw Michelle Creeber do a little part, and I think this was before she started voice acting. And Nicole Oliver also. So it's like, huh, they look familiar because I've seen them at conventions. And it's like, oh yeah, that's them.
I didn't know Tom Hiddleston sang.
Oh, he does?
Tom Hiddleston's a singer, apparently.
Loki's a singer?
Yeah.
What does he sing?
Who knows? Maybe we could hear it, but I can't because of
Hey,
copyright.
good looking, yeah.
I wish I could play it, but I can't because of
Yeah, probably
copyright. Because of
pause it.
copyright, but you know, like it's just nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check that out later.
I definitely will. I definitely will. Take a look at that stuff later. Shit, I'm trying to think of something else I was going on.
The article's actors who didn't know could sing, and like James Corden and Emily Blunt are on the list of actors I didn't know could sing. It's like, I knew they could sing.
Friggin' Mary Poppins, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Redmayne. He
Catherine
was in,
Zeta-Jones.
yeah.
Ewan McGregor. I knew he could sing Moulin
Yeah.
Rouge, damn it.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Hazel.
my god, Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge. I'm just gonna say up front about Moulin Rouge. Sorry, go on.
Tom Cruise is a surprise. I didn't know he could sing.
He could. Tom Cruise can do all kinds of things. He was in Rock of Ages.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't see Rock of Ages. I heard it was pretty bad, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, parts of it were bad. I think, like, the songs themselves are what people love, and it's like, the story's like, But, I mean, you have Russell Brand singing to Alec Baldwin, and...
Russell Brand should be the doctor.
Oh, yeah, that would be so
Or
funny.
the master. Shit. Russell Brand is the master.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna have this back here with this middle finger up there. Thank you very much. Anyway.
That's a great decoration.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that by my window. God, I was telling my girlfriend, like, if we ever get an apartment together, some people want to have a suit of armor in their house. I am one of them. But I don't want medieval armor. No, I want Iron Man's armor in my house.
Which one?
Yeah.
Mark 42.
Okay.
Mark 42.
Like, there's this one in Japan where you can get a life-size copy of the armor, and it's open. Like, you could just walk in there and just go in there. It's freaking awesome.
That is so cool.
Yeah, part of me has this dead dream of me wanting to get, like, craft foam and trying to construct my own armor.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I'd do it. I mean, you know
I wonder how long it takes.
I don't know. I mean, like, I made Moon Man Rider in, like, 1 month out of, like, cardboard, so, yeah. I would actually...
That's a cool project. Like, what if you have, like, a whole cosplay fashion show, but you're only allowed to use cardboard?
Well, when I did mine, it was out of cardboard, masking tape, paper mache, which was basically literally just glue-soaked strips of paper, more tape, and then I just spray painted it all. I don't know how. It's a dead cosplay right now. I mean, like, Bright, I would be surprised if you knew how to, like, bend EVA foam.
I don't haven't heard of EVA foam, so I don't know.
I would totally like to. If you knew how to do foam cosplays, I would totally want to commission you to help me make an Iron Man cosplay. But like, by the way, you were showing me the flowers.
Oh yeah.
Show off your.
Okay, so recently, first I did this lovely rosy cheeks.
Oh jeez.
And I have this sunflower / daisy. Some people think it's a daisy. I call it a sunflower.
Give me your answer too.
Huh?
I said, give me your. Never mind. Go on.
And I made a couple of these forget-me-nots.
Nice.
Yes. Flower power.
You were really getting into the sewing thing, honestly.
Oh yeah. I've been in the sewing hobby for, I think I started last year. I need to look back.
No, it was 2 years. I believe it was 2 years ago because that was the time when you were making the pillow rocks.
Oh yeah. It was after my rock painting phase.
You went through a rock painting phase?
Yeah, I did. I posted pictures on DeviantArt.
Oh my god, I remember.
Like I have, actually, Cecil has one of the rocks that I painted. And it is a very special one.
What does it say?
Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And on the other side, check it out.
Nice.
Yeah. I should make a song of that things. Like this was the precursor to my mini pillow works.
Really, yeah.
Because like I have double sided and everything. And I remember I painted a rock for the voice actress of Maud Pie. If I could remember her name. Yeah, I'm gonna look up her name because like I'm feeling sorry that Maud Pie is voice acted by Ingrid Nilsson. She came to a pony convention and I made her own rock with Maud's face on it.
Really?
And it said "You rock." And she was very happy about it, and everybody who was in line got their own little rock memento, and so like I got a rock for a rock, so that was nice.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Someone just
I wish I remembered what happened to that rock.
I was looking through my Twitter just now, and someone made a joke that I made not so long ago. Our beloved president and Toronto Dump said about him wearing a mask, saying he makes him look like the Lone Ranger. When I heard that on the news, I'm like, well, granted, he's a better Lone Ranger than Army Hammer, so there you go.
Toronto Dump, that's good.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh my god.
I mean, Rumpelstiltskin like turned straw into gold. I'm not sure.
He's turning gold into shit.
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
does
see
the
if there's-
opposite.
Yeah. Rumpelstiltskin.
I was looking up Trumpelstiltskin, but apparently there's a song called Trumple Thinskin.
Oh, yeah.
I have to look up I gotta see if there's images there.
The poor deplorable troll song.
Oh boy.
So if I were to take
Are you familiar with the Randy Rainbow YouTube channel? He does like political parody songs. So he did one based on Poor Unfortunate Souls from Little Mermaid.
Oh my
It's
god.
poor deplorable troll about Trump.
Oh my god. I looked up
really
Trumpelstiltskin and I'm getting are those images.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Rainbow is just amazing, and he's catty as hell.
Someone
Love
turned the Mr. Clean guy into Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, he actually looks kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Look at this. No, seriously, this is actually a pretty good image of him. I'm not even gonna lie. It's actually pretty good.
It's actually really well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have lunch
Nice
with him.
artwork.
I'd have lunch with him. Anyway,
Yeah.
He might make you pay, so.
Well, Mr. Clean, like he's clean. He's not dirty.
I want to see a movie about Mr. Clean, and the whole plot.
Yeah.
It's a kids movie, and the whole plot is just him being afraid to leave his house.
Oh.
I want to see a deep fake video where somebody takes Veruca Salt's song from the original Charlie Chocolate Factory,
Yeah.
but swaps her face out with Trump's.
Oh no.
Well, there was a McDonald's commercial he did, where apparently the Grimace is at his office, and he's like trying to like here. I'm like, dude, how you friggin' get the? I can't do Trump's voice. He's like, how do you get? This was like young Trump, where apparently he's asking Grimace how he does the Big Mac thing. And apparently at the end he's got his arm behind the Grimace saying, I'm telling you, Grimace, you and me, we're gonna make this town big. And, gee, I wonder what the first comment in that video was going to be. Together, you and me, Grimace, we're gonna make America great again. I was thinking about getting a red hat, right? And have the words "made you look" on it.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry, I'm having a little bit of camera issues. So yeah, like I saw that at Disney. A guy had a red hat on it, said "Made you look" on it. It was just the best.
Grimace puts Trump on the hot seat. Vintage commercial. Yeah, I gotta check that out later.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. It's so fucking funny.
Speaking of commercials, I was listening to the audiobook of voice actor Rob Paulsen. He has a book on Audible called Voice Lessons, and I highly recommend it because Rob Paulsen is such an amazing talent. He was half of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at some point in his life. He did Raphael and Donatello. He did Yakko and Pinky in Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain, as well as a host of other bit parts. And he was Carl from Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, and so many other voices from our childhoods. So he got his start in various commercials. So he's just going on about all these different commercials and like hearing him like react to the first time he did a commercial, and it's like he also was a handyman, like to kind of pay bills and stuff. So like he's working on somebody's sink, and the woman whose house he's working on, he's like, "Hey, you look just like the guy in the Jack in the Box commercials." I was like, "Oh my god, there he is."
Are you
That
serious?
was his first commercial. He worked in for a Jack in the Box commercial.
Oh my god, you ever see that? Did you ever see that video of Clancy Brown and Rob Paulsen together?
Yeah, where they do The Office. Would you like an M&M? No,
You want an
thanks.
M&M?
Time to
Clancy Brown's amazing.
Yes.
I want that voice sample of Mr. Krabs saying "You want an M&M" to be my new ringtone.
Would you like an M&M?
Thank you. Want an M&M? Oh my god. Clear it out.
Is it bad that I want Detroit Become Human to have DLC where they just swipe out all of his lines with Mr. Krabs' voice?
You ever see that meme? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
But Mr. Krabs' voice instead of Hank. I think that's the character's name.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, my monitors are going caca cuckoo right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like switching there, and this like move it, get a see there. I'm just gonna have to keep the rest of the stream like this. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in technical difficulty mode real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. What's up with your monitor?
And Venevidi Vici, I am back. So yeah, I was gonna say. So yes, that
I
had.
like Vinny Vici. It's so interesting.
I got it from Doug.
Mm-hmm.
I like that show. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah. We were talking about Clancy Brown and his awesome voice.
Oh my god, what, I don't even know what else he did. I know he was he was Cortex in Crash Bandicoot. I know that.
He was in Starship Troopers.
Was he
Live
really?
action.
Was he really?
And he was in Lost, which
Yeah.
is interesting. Like, it took me a moment to, like, wait, you know who this is? And he's like, no, who is that? It's like, that's Mr. Krabs. He's like, oh, really?
Spins around.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. He was Surtur in Thor Ragnarok. He was Hades in God of War 3. He was Lex Luthor in Superman the Animated Series.
Oh, wow.
He was Byron Hadley in
Now I just want to hear their voices
He
swapped.
was in the Shawshank Redemption. Oh my god.
He was?
Yeah, he was the guy who played he played Captain Byron Hadley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One who almost threw the main character off the roof. He's like, I can help you with your taxes. He's like, oh, okay.
I remember we were seeing a Everything Wrong with Shawshank Redemption, and yeah, now I remember. He made a little reference. It's like, oh.
Yeah, he was also in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. And he was also in Cowboys and Aliens, which has the worst combo of actors I've ever seen in my life. Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig and Harrison
I mean,
Ford were
the
not
idea
meant.
was interesting.
Cowboys.
The idea was interesting.
Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford were not meant to be in the same movie with each other. I don't know why. I just didn't get their chemistry.
Oh wait, that was Cowboys and Aliens. I thought you meant Monsters versus Aliens.
Yes, Daniel Craig was in Monsters vs. Aliens. He did that right after he did a kid in King Arthur's Court. I'm not even kidding. He was in that. He was actually in that movie.
I vaguely remember Kid in King Arthur's Court.
It's a Disney movie. I should put it on Disney Plus after this. We should watch it.
Oh man, that'd be funny.
It's like been adapted from that Mark Twain novel, a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
I read that one. I read a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
It's literally
that was interesting.
It's funny because Disney already made a movie like that was called Unidentified Flying Oddball. Yeah, it's really...
That's funny.
Yeah, it was on the cinema snob. I should show you that one. Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, it's literally the same story. A guy comes back in time to King Arthur, and everybody's going, and he's going like, Like, the kid, okay, I'm looking at the poster right here. It just shows a kid flying in the air with rollerblades doing this, like, hey!
Yeah, that's a kid in King Arthur's Court, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
the tag,
What was the one where Martin Lawrence was working at a mini golf course and fell in the moat at the mini golf course and ended up back in time in medieval times?
Oh, that's the Black Knight.
Oh, okay. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
right, the tagline for King Arthur's Court, joust, do it.
Oh.
I don't get it, but okay.
It's like Nike, just do it.
God, I gotta tell everybody, like, Cecil, did she tell you about that text I sent her this week?
No, which one?
Okay, so I was closing a Disney ride, and one of my and we were just chilling in the back, me, my coordinator, and some other guys. We were catching up with my coordinator who just got done with his married. He was marrying his partner, and like he sent me a picture. Showed me this image saying, like, I was showing this to my husband, and like friggin' he said, what you say when you find your shoe, and he shows a picture of Omashu from Avatar. I'm like, please send me that. I gotta send that to my friend.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it at first. I had to go through, like, copy this into Google Images and do an image search. It's like, oh, it's Omashu.
Omashu.
When you find your lost shoe,
Sure.
Omashu. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, that was like one thing here. So God, not a lot happened this week. Heather Blossom's birthday is today.
Yeah, happy birthday to her.
Do you know where she is?
And I saw.
Yeah, do you know where she is? Do you know where she is right now?
No, I thought. Is she in Florida?
Literally an hour away from me.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Bronny.
I know I saw sweet pictures of her and Bronny on a swan boat. And I was like, I didn't know they had swan boats in other places besides Boston.
I thought Bronny was afraid of You never been to friggin'... You didn't go to fucking Lake Eola?
No.
Oh my god, Bright, why the fuck are you not...
I only know the swan boats from Boston. Those are classic.
Oh my god, Bright. No, like, one of my days off, I gotta fucking... Just drive over to Tampa, bring you to Orlando, so we can have a ball. Like, honestly.
I can't wait until you can visit friends again. It's like... Oh.
I don't know, you don't have a job, I don't know, fucking...
Yeah, but he has MS, so like, I can't risk
I'm on
any...
immune suppressors, so I have to minimize my risk of getting in touch with anything.
I don't blame No, man, I don't blame it. I'm not making any judgment.
Yeah.
That was the weird thing.
I want to...
That was kind of the weird thing, like... For me, one of the biggest American dreams is just being able to be as lazy as you want, sit down there and they pay you. Well, during the COVID-19 crisis, I was kind of living that life. So, in a way, I'm glad to be back at work, but I want to say that I feel kind of privileged I was able to live that dream for a short amount of time. Because I know it's going to bite me in the ass soon.
Yeah.
You're like, yep, what was that all about, Bright? What was that for?
Well, I was like looking at...
Are you
looking at, because like, same with...
Are you fucking vaping?
Yeah.
It's medicated, so
Are you
Yeah.
vaping on my show? Oh my god.
it's medication.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You can vape all you want. Just like friggin',
But yeah, I was looking at him
all good, it's
because
all good.
like he had a similar experience. He was furloughed and got paid leave, so yeah.
Yeah, for 2.5 months, I was getting paid for sitting at home, full pay, full time.
Yeah.
We were able to watch a lot of Netflix in that time.
Yeah, I was running out of series to watch online. I watched all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I watched all of Team 4-Star. I watched all of Scott the Woz. I watched all of fucking The Cinema Snob. I watched Code Geass, Shining Time Station, and a bunch of other shit online. And I was running out of shit to watch.
Wow.
That was
You
a
can never run out of shit to watch in this day and age.
I remember last week I was messaging Bright saying, what was I doing? I was working on our website,
Yeah.
and I had Shining Time Station on as the background, and Bright immediately says, "Why are you listening? Are you?" She's like, "Are you listening to Ringo Starr telling you Thomas the Tank Engine stories?" I'm like, "How the fuck?" And like, she fucking, I was sending her a video of me of this of what the website looked like, and she's like, "You're listening to fucking Thomas the Tank Engine." I'm like, fuck yeah, I am. I'm like thinking to myself,
Because it's nostalgic for me, and
like, oh, yeah.
it's very.
I'm like, oh yeah, when Jasper Pye listens to it, it's not weird, but when Evan does, it's like fucking the world has come to an end.
Yeah, it wasn't weird. It was just like pleasantly surprised because like that's my childhood there, and it's also my brother's childhood. I think it's my childhood because I remember my brother watching Thomas the Tank Engine like on repeat.
Yeah, I
those
remember.
videotapes.
I used to have. I used to have the book cassette, those books cassette things. And my
I
mom,
remember books on cassette.
my mom used to put those on and when I was sleeping to get me to go to sleep. It was crazy.
I remember the Disney tapes on the Disney books on cassette. Those were my childhood. I don't even remember how many years we had those. Tons of Cruiser.
Oh my god.
Just in time to hear us talk about books on cassette.
Hey, how well am I coming in? How well am I coming in, guys?
Very small,
Hi.
very short,
Can't hear me?
very low.
Barely.
Barely.
Hello.
I'm surprised. I got the phone right up to my face.
Hold on, let me just turn your volume up a little bit.
Is your hand covering the mic?
No. In fact, I'm actually holding it like a phone to my ear and to my mouth.
Huh.
So
And I'm barely coming in.
Okay.
yeah, please excuse us. The concert cruiser.
I can still hear you.
Please excuse us. The concert cruiser is broadcasting from space right now. So how's space?
Yeah, I was saying a few years ago, a friend of mine were getting ready to go out to the club, but we were just hanging out with her son for a while, waiting for his dad to get home to pick him up. And kid was watching Shining Time Station. And it's like by the second episode, I turned to her and go, "Is it just me or are all of these characters incredible assholes?" And she's like, "No, they're all assholes.
They're not assholes. I don't know what you were talking about.
All the
Which
characters,
episode?
like, I don't remember which episodes we were watching. One of them was the one where the dude got walled up in the damn tunnel.
Oh yeah, Henry.
Oh, you're
But
talking
it's
about
like
you're talking
all
about
the Thomas.
you're talking about the shorts. The shorts. I thought you were talking about the characters in that show. I'm like, no, what the fuck?
Oh, like
Yeah,
Thomas the
right.
Tank characters, like all of those characters. I'm like,
The
well, I
engines.
look at her and I'm like, are all of these characters irredeemable assholes?
Oh, you should
And she's
see.
like, yes.
You should see this.
Oh,
You should
I
see
need
this.
to watch this again.
There's one episode where one of the trains breaks down and he's turned into a generator and is forced to watch all these trains like go past him and everything. Like the Tank Engine was a dark show when you look back at it as an
Oh
adult.
god.
What show?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, the show was, on the air when I was a kid. I have to say, I never saw it. I mean, it was there, but I don't know. I just never actually sat down and watched it.
I like the original stuff there. I kind of like grew up with the original books and everything. Like I had a book with all the stories in it. But like
Yeah, Britt Allcraft, I think.
the model work is amazing to this day. I mean, I think it still goes to on
Oh, yeah.
today with but it's like CG. But like when you look at like the old model work and everything done with that, it was amazing work, honestly, way back then.
Yeah. I used to think that this was little models, but like
No, they were.
I wonder if there's a little bit of CG because like the way that the faces
I
move.
think it was stop
It's like-
motion, but
No,
Yeah.
the faces.
Or maybe puppet.
The faces never moved in the show. They just replaced the fronts.
Oh, but the eyes.
Yeah, they were puppets. They were animatronic puppets.
wow.
They were controlled remotely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like if Edgar Allan Poe wrote children's stories, this is how dark that show was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, yeah, for that kind of show, they definitely, at least back in the day, I heard you guys talking about CG, so I don't know if they gave it some sort of a reboot or something.
Yeah,
But-
they rebooted it.
And there's, is it all CG or is it a combination?
Yeah, it's basically, here's the thing. Back then, the original like puppets, they had they were essentially stories. They were sometimes like narrated by Ringo Starr and sometimes by George Carlin. I think there were some other people that did it. And
Like Alex.
essentially the show stopped after they were like aired as small bits in the show called Shining Time Station, which is a very, very smart kid show in my opinion. But like but then later they rebooted it and kind of continued the stories. There was some continuity, not like major like arcs or anything, but there was some continuity. And they replaced all the models with like CG stuff, and they gave the characters like individual voices rather than it being like told by a storyteller or something like that. Man, hearing George Carlin do all the voices of the characters is just the funniest shit ever. I like what he did with Harold the helicopter. He's like, oh, I'm that guy.
I remember
Okay, but-
the helicopter. I think that was my brother's favorite. He loved the helicopter.
Okay, but is it because, he had a good voice, or is it because of the shock value?
What?
Voice, like the stories, like whether you hear Ringo Starr or George Carlin, it's a very relaxing kind of like like storyteller type voice.
Yeah.
I was curious because we all know George Carlin and his stand-up, his reputation.
Yeah.
So part of me was wondering, is it do people like him with Thomas because there's a shock value to it, or does he actually have the right voice?
Well, he has the right
He has
voice.
a good voice.
Yeah, like
I would say you'd be surprised.
George Carlin was an interesting person with the character. Like kids would approach him, and he was good with the kids. He was like good. People were actually really shocked at his performance. Honestly, I mean, like I don't know how whether or not his comedy was really in that point, but he does tell stories about what it was like interacting with kids who saw him, Mr. Conductor, there, and he's like saying he was like
okay.
He was like, I'm only small on like the island of Sodor. It's like crazy. But yeah, like Ringo Starr, I think he did this during a time when he was kind of like, I think the rumor, I don't know if this is true, but he was just coming out of rehab for his drug addictions, and he wanted to like change his life, so he decided to like devote himself to like reading kids stories. And he was good. Ringo Starr's a good actor, or as much as he's a musician, but like
He is.
yeah, he was also pretty
I
good.
mean, everybody knows him for the Beatles, but like he also was like the narrator in Thomas the Tank Engine, the first one.
I have to say, out of the two remaining members of the Beatles, if given a choice, I think I'd rather meet Ringo.
It's fine.
I could meet either one and my life would be complete. Just like either Paul McCartney or Ringo Starr, they are on my bucket list.
I have seen
Just
McCartney.
like
Well-
shake their hand.
Well, for one, hold on, need to pump the brakes on here. For anybody out there listening is wondering, I'm actually just driving home from Orlando right now. I'm on the road. Yeah, I'm on the road, and frankly, this is going to make the drive go by faster. That's why I'm, coming to you live from the road. But in the case of both Beatles, or the two that are left, while they are still talented, they still have that Beatles name, I have to admit I don't like the fact that Paul became a supporter of PETA. I have no problem if people are vegetarians, our very own Bright Ideas one as well. But I thought this was completely absurd when Weird Al approached him that he wanted to parody one of his songs. Now, I don't know what song he wanted to parody, but it was going to be about chicken pot pie. And
Well, it was Live and Let Die. I know about this.
Yeah, and Paul said no because that involves a meat product, and I don't want any association with that. And I thought, oh come on, man, it's Weird Al. If Coolio could get over it and realize this is a big joke, then there's no reason you can't. So I mean, like, I'll still give Paul the benefit of the doubt. I would never be a straight up a-hole to the guy if I ever were to meet him. But
I mean, he's a knight, for goodness sake.
But if I had to choose between meeting one of the two, I would have to go for Ringo. He just does a.
I mean, I wonder if like you would have the same opinion nowadays, or if that was just back then. And I wonder if he's still supportive of
okay, he's back
now, or oh no, really?
Okay, he's back.
Hello?
Isn't Ringo also? I think Ringo is also a member of PETA. I don't remember that, but like I actually did get the privilege of seeing Paul McCartney perform live like back in 2012. Easily one of the best concerts I've been to. It was amazing seeing him perform, and like, say we will, seeing him perform "Live and Let Die" as well as "Hey Jude" live was just amazing. It was really good.
You're back.
I have
okay, I'm back.
I have video. Like I was telling him, I saw him Paul McCartney perform in 2012. Seeing him perform live was just a treat. It was amazing.
Yeah, the only time I can say that I've been to a Paul McCartney concert was when me and my sister were babies. And I wouldn't count that because we're babies. We don't know who anybody besides our parents are.
Yeah. I mean, seeing him perform "Live and Let Die" live on stage is explosive. You gotta see him perform "Live and Let Die" on stage because everything blows up. It's crazy.
How many rounds of no, I'm thinking of "Hey Jude." Never mind.
Well, speaking of blowing up, here's one thing that was at least explosive to me when I saw it. But turns up there is this mashup band called Beatallica.
Explain.
You can figure it out from here where this goes. It is literally a mashup sound of Metallica and the Beatles.
Oh, Beatallica.
Oh my god.
Interesting. I want to know this.
Evan, you can sigh all you want, but they are
no, I'm not sighing.
That
wasn't a sigh of defiance. That was a sigh of like, oh my god, really?
Like, I want to see this.
Look it up. They're on Spotify. I'm sure they're on YouTube and all that. Their stage names are a combo of each member from both bands. Like, you'll have like Ringo Ulrich.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, if it's better than
sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if it's better than the friggin' Bee Gees singing Bee Gees and Sgt. Pepper, I'm fine with it. So yeah, that album's not too bad. The movie sucks album's pretty good.
Yeah, so definitely need to look into something like this here because they're not a cover band, they're a mashup band. And when it comes to, bands I want to check out, I have to admit cover bands are at the bottom of the barrel because, no offense to them, but unless you have sort of a gimmick or a shtick, you don't really have anything. You're just, a group of people who are trying to make money off of playing someone else's music. Now, that's fine. However, that's not interesting enough for me to want to conduct an interview with you. If you are a mashup band like Beatallica, then okay, that does take some creativity. I'm curious to know what makes you think and what you plan to achieve with this. Or if you're a band like with the shtick, like Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. This is a cover band that sings old classics to punk music. So, okay, let's find out how you guys came up with this and what you plan on doing with it.
So
that's interesting.
So it's kind of like when you showed me that one musician, Richard Headcheese, who does like metal songs, but like in a jazz form.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, like that. You could say that's a gimmick all you want, but it still took more creativity than just a bunch of people who can play an instrument and they're playing Rolling Stone. So that to me is worth interviewing and finding out about.
Hey, Cruiser, I'm wondering if you've ever heard of a mashup
I was about to
band.
say Rock Sugar.
Yeah, called Rock Sugar.
Oh, is that with the one of the guys from Animaniacs?
Yes,
Yeah.
Joe Parnell. I remember he was showing me a couple weeks ago their song "Don't Stop the Sandman," and I was watching the music video, and I'm like, "Hey, that he looks
Yeah.
like well, no, that couldn't be." It's like,
Yeah.
but no, I heard him, and he's like, "That's Wacko."
Well, it's funny you say that because the very last MegaCon that was here, frankly, he was there, and our
Oh, really? Just Parnell was there?
yeah, and our friend Austin wants me to want to get his autograph because he was working in Kapori Army of Frogs, which is a really great underrated Netflix cartoon. And he shows up, and I gotta say, this guy looks like a rock star. He's got the
He
bright
does.
suit. He's got the
His hair
hot
is epic.
girlfriend. He's got the hot girlfriend right next to him. And I joined my friend with him in the line. And as soon as he gets up to him, Jesse goes, hey, start singing. And Ozzy goes, no way, dude, I don't sing. Like, come on, start singing. And he goes, and finally I said, okay, if he won't, I will. And I start singing that Painful Acre song from the Brack Show. And he's actually drumming along to the beats. And because I finished the first line. He's like, dude, that's good. I'm like, okay, that's good. I'll keep going. And I finish the song, and he starts applauding. He and his girlfriend start applauding me. I'm like, thank you. That'll be a free autograph, please.
Great story.
He didn't do, but however, he at least applauded me for my performance. So I'll take that as credit.
It's one of the very few times we'd ever hear the concert cruiser actually sing something.
I've given it some thought, but the thing is that I just while I do have an interface now for my computer and I have recording software, I have no idea how to use any of this. So this is all very new to me. I gotta speed up here, let some people through. So this is all very foreign to me. I need to figure this out, but honestly, I learn better with hands-on. I would much rather. Evan, seriously, that is going right into my ear. Can you please stop with the glove?
How did you even know it was the glove, honestly?
Because that noise is so loud that I had to look at my phone and see what you are doing.
Oh, you can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Can you see this then?
No.
Yes, and I can tell you where to stick it.
Yeah.
Gladly.
There you go.
That's going right into my ear. But anyway, so yeah, I would love to, figure this stuff out, but I learned so much better hands-on. That's my big issue. Like, I would love to be able to, actually write a song, but I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff.
You could write one and just have someone else perform it for you.
It's
possible, but I would rather
Yeah, I would just record yourself doing little bits and doodles, record what kind of audio software do you have?
I can't tell you right now because I'm driving.
It's kind of
okay.
But I have to look it up, and I'm not gonna risk that.
Yeah. But I don't know. But yeah, I agree with Cruiser. It's not like we know two people that specialize in audio, one of which goes on world tours. Oh yes, wait, never mind, we do.
Wait, are you talking about that rock star that I know?
No, I was talking about Aki. I was talking about Aki, but Okay.
Well, doesn't Aki the software she uses? Isn't it more of because it's Vocaloid? It's like pre-recorded audio.
It's kind of
pre-recorded. It's calculated.
I don't know. She usually records vocals constantly, and she just redo does it. I don't know how it works. I'm not a music guy.
Yeah.
You're the music guy.
Yeah, I know music. That doesn't mean I know how to. That doesn't mean I know how to record it, dude. There's a big difference here.
What up, right? She knows how to record music.
I've recorded music. Like, basically, all I use is Audacity, which is a free open source audio program.
Yeah.
You can have many different tracks. And, yeah.
Funny enough, Ninja.
Well, like I said, once I get home and get off the road, then I'll be able to look up what I have.
Funny enough,
Because, go ahead, Evan.
Ninja Sex Party actually started off doing his. Danny started doing his audio on GarageBand.
On Underground?
What?
No, GarageBand.
Oh, GarageBand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like basic for Macintosh users.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've used GarageBand to record my vocals for any of my projects, be it at least when it comes to my pony content. But trying my guitar on that'll be a bit different. I'm willing to try it. Just like I said, I have no idea what to do here. But like I said, once I get home, I can see what I got. I can let you know, and perhaps one of you can give me pointers.
Yeah.
Bright's probably the best one there. I mean, for me, I just had to study and like learn it by scratch. I'm kind of like self-taught on stuff.
I know my dad had this box that he got from the Guitar Center. He had this, I'm not sure what you call it, but it's a box that takes electric guitar as input and then as output, like it became a MIDI file. So the electric signal went from the guitar to the computer. And I'm not sure if they still have that or updated version of that. But yeah,
I believe what you're referring to is called an interface, and if that is the case, yeah, that is what I have.
Okay.
And I am up to a toll here, so let me quickly take care of this. I will be back soon.
All right.
Right, what's a MIDI?
MIDI, it's like electronic audio. I'm not sure what it's short for. But
because last time I checked, MIDI was the name of Mickey Mouse's girlfriend.
No, that's
MIDI. This is MIDI.
MIDI. D as in dog.
Evan.
It's short for musical instrument digital interface.
That's fine because I've been watching a lot of Vine Sauce Joel, and he's been talking. He does a lot of MIDIs during his Windows destruction videos. I'm like, what the fuck is a MIDI?
Yeah. Well, yeah, MIDI files. You can
music
that up.
from the original Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Oh, like the 8-bit kind of thing.
The 8-bit music, essentially.
You can
MIDIs.
do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can hook up your electric guitar. You can hook up your keyboard, and yeah.
So if I were to look up, like, say, the theme for The Mandalorian, and put down MIDI, I'm going to get like friggin'.
And I am back.
I don't have one. There's no results. Ooh, but I got the Mandalorian. I got the Mandalorian theme in 8-bit.
Well, here's actually something that I would like to talk to everyone about, because I was at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure today, and I will say now is the perfect time to go, because the longest wait time I saw was 45 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, I am now an official annual pass holder, thanks to our good friend Raul, and he actually reserved a spot for the both of us to go on the new Hagrid coaster.
Cool.
And I will say, while it is not as rough as Dueling Dragons is, it does make up for it, because what they do in this coaster, because for one thing, and I think we may have even discussed this on the show before, but when it comes to roller coasters or any rides that take place outside, it's really kind of hard to sell immersion, because you can see everything. You're not in Hogwarts, because you can see the trees and everything, the outdoor trees and the setting. But with this, however, because is someone about to ask me something?
No.
Okay, I just heard some static coming through my phone. But anyway, because this is meant to take place outside, and they do a good job at shielding the outside elements, any walkways and stuff like that, it feels like you're fully immersed in it. Plus, not to mention some of the stuff that happens in the ride. Like, it does pick up speed. There are, pretty good tight turns in there, good twists, and there's even a moment where you not only go backwards, but the track changes and drops.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be able to do that, honestly.
Oh, come
That's
on,
a-
Evan. If
No,
you-
Cruiser, like, here's the thing, like, it's not because I'm scared of it, it's because, I'm just gonna be real here, going backwards on roller coasters does not do good for my body. Like, it feels like, if by all means, it feels like I lose my breath in my butt, and, like, the force of gravity's crushing my stomach.
Ay.
Okay, but Evan, it's like the same amount of time as the Mount Everest coaster at Disney.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Like, I might try it once, see how it is, but, like, I'm never good with backward stuff.
I'm just thinking of the Mummy ride, Universal.
Yeah, but-
that one also.
Well, yeah, for the Mummy though, it's just like a small hill, not like. But for Extra Chamber, it's just like
Yeah.
there's like less.
I haven't
There's like
done
more
that.
force compared to the Mummy.
All I'm going to say, Evans, if you can handle Expedition Everest, you can handle Hagrid.
I can barely handle Expedition Everest.
Then all you gotta do is just the one time get it out of your system.
God, I know. Like, that's the thing.
You know I'm gonna make you do it, so you might as well just suck it up and be a good boy.
I never said I wasn't gonna. I just said I was going to try it once.
Okay, then I must have missed that then from the static in my phone.
Yeah, I know.
Now I did also go on Fast and the Furious again, just for giggles, and I will say maybe it's because I only rode it once beforehand, but it feels a bit bumpier than last time.
Woo.
It does help, but it's still not that. It's still not that good.
Justin, just stop giving it. Just give up on Fast and Furious at this point. Like, they could add.
I'm not trying to sell.
They could add
I'm not trying to.
an extra explosion for all I care, and it still would be pretty bad.
I only rode it once. The last time I the last time I visited Universal Studios. It's kind of like when anybody does a review. There's always that first impression, and then once they see it again, they have their official impression. So that's all this was. I did. Pardon me. I did also go on Jimmy Fallon's Race Through New York, and it's like it's better. It's at least better than Fast and the Furious. I will give it that. It is still kind of dull, but I think you have to be just a fan of the Tonight Show in order to really find it that entertaining.
The Jimmy Fallon ride. Oh, can we, Mom? Can we?
I'm glad I went on it, and to be fair, Jimmy Fallon does have his moments. When he's funny, he's funny. I will give him that. But it's really nothing that special to write home about. But the other attraction that I was really intrigued about was the Bourne Identity Stuntacular show, because this replaced Terminator 2 3D. Now, my friend Kurt, who plays Fearox on my show, and we've all talked about beforehand, is a big amusement park fanatic, and he loves Disney and Universal for the immersions that they have and just the kind of production they got. And he was already disappointed when they took away T2 3D, just because he loved Terminator 2, and he thought the ride added a bit more to the movie. So, and with the Bourne Identity, that movie, at least to him, was really forgettable. So he was not looking forward to this at all. And then I go check this thing out, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this is actually better than T2 3D. I can't believe they pulled this off. Without trying to spoil anything, it's how should I say this? Okay, you got real actors in front of the screen as well as on the screen, so it adds another level of depth to it. And at times you can't tell who's in the foreground and who's in the background. And there are times where it will move from different cities and locations, and when the actor is walking along the screen, the background is moving with him. It's actually shifting, and and as the background shifts, real set pieces come onto the stage, and they're moving. It's perfectly calibrated so to be moving exactly the same speed as the screen. And these guys are jumping off this stuff and into the stage. There's no like you don't see a safety pad. There's basically a hole in the stage that they have to jump into. And I actually, gasped. My hand was over my mouth when I saw this. And whenever the background shifts, like it rotates, the sets do as well, and so do the actors. Like, everything to this is perfectly calibrated in time to be as seamless as possible. And I was glued to my chair watching this show. Yeah,
like what show was he talking about?
No, the Bourne Identity stunt show at Universal that took the place of the Terminator thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and obviously it's based off the Bourne Identities franchise, and that's a film series that I think I've only seen one movie of, and I don't really remember much of it. But after watching this show, I'm tempted to go back and watch the movies. I mean, this was just like, there's even to give one example, there is a chase scene with two cars. And when you see it kind of, going, from left to right, like you can see the side of the cars. And there's a time where the cars in the scene turn. And when they do that, it's perfectly timed to make it seem as if you just moved with the camera. And now you're seeing, the rear ends of the car.
Oh wow!
This was just incredible. I can't believe they figured this out.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably see it. I mean, I've seen parts of the Bourne Identity. I'm like, it's the Bourne Identity is essentially what is it, like a spy movie or something like that, or
yeah, it's like a sleeper
spy noir kind of thing,
spy or espionage. You don't have to see the movies in order to get the show. The show pretty much has its own setup and and basically explains to you who Jason Bourne is, and why they need him, or why the government is trying to catch him, and why the woman you're with is trying to protect him.
Oh, so it's kind of like what they did with Terminator in a way. Like they just kind of filled in everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, you don't need to see the movies in order to get the show. But just like I'm saying, I thought the show was so good that I'm thinking about going back and seeing the movies.
How many are there?
I believe there's
3.
I'm sorry, Brian, I couldn't hear that. How many was that cruiser?
I believe there's... A cop just passed me. Don't worry, I'm not getting pulled over. But I believe there's 3 movies altogether. I think it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm just still in shock because I couldn't believe that they were able to do this. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that as good as T2 3D was, it really was just a product of its time. I mean, with that, you're basically watching a movie. Now, granted, a good movie in 3D, which adds a lot of depth. However, this has a movie, and while not in 3D, the set pieces that they wheel out are. And that's what gives it an extra layer of depth. So that show gets a 5 out of 5 from me.
That's fine. I mean, I didn't really have any interest. I might see it. I really don't have any interest in the Bourne series. I mean, maybe it might change my mind, but I'm had some stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give it a chance.
Yeah, if you don't want to see the movies, that's fine. But this show, definitely see it.
I'll take a look, see what I can there. I mean, if it could stand up to the awesomeness that was the T1 million, I guess I can see what's going on there. Let's just face it, Cruiser. On a scale of that, nothing will beat the T1 million. If you disagree, I won't believe you. Just a little FYI.
Now I'm trying to think of what else did I see at the park, because my main goal was to at least get all the new attractions out of the way before I did anything that I've seen before or have ridden before. I did go on Kong again, and just like with Supercharged, this felt a bit rougher than the last time. And I will say, because of social distancing and the amount of space, like I had a whole row of seats to myself, and with Kong and Supercharged, there's really no dividers. There's not even a lap bar. But because it was a bit bumpier, I was sliding all over the seats,
Wow.
which I have to admit felt a bit more fun.
Yeah, hell, so that's how it was. Literally, the only thing that made Kong Skull was a Kong encounter. Or
I think it's called Reign of Kong.
the only thing that made Reign of Kong good was to be on the ride with nobody on it.
No, I wouldn't say that, because while it's the same ride system as Supercharged, this is much more fitting for a setup like Kong than it is for the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I remember seeing the Reign of Kong when it was first opened. Wasn't that in 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
went to Universal in October 2015, because that was Back to the Future Day. And I remember my friends and I, we were waiting out in line to go get on the Kong ride. It was like the first day or something like that, or one of the first days. And so I remember that really clearly. We waited a long time for that.
I mean, the only things I heard from it, the only problems I heard that Kong ran into was it had like mixed reception, and the only thing that everybody points to is sorry. I remember it ran into a lot of controversy with its queue line, but other than that, nothing pretty much out of the ordinary.
yeah, like they actually had real actors in the queue line that would actually reach out and try to scare people.
Yeah.
I believe.
And then they realized, oh my god, that's not a good idea. So fuck that. We're getting rid of that.
I will say that it is better than the original Kong ride that was at Universal Studios that the Mummy ended up replacing.
Did Reign of Kong have the animatronic have banana breath?
No, it did not.
Okay, then that pretty much proves I rest my case. So fuck.
Rest your case for what?
Oh, never mind. I don't know.
The best part of the original Kong ride was the area where you were waiting in line. You're like walking through the alleys in the city and on the subway station.
I'm actually surprised they didn't bring back the banana breath. Honestly, that was like one of the biggest like known staples of the original ride. I thought that could have been like a good tribute to it. I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, it could have, but at the same time, the facial expression that was on the animatronic at the end, I think it would have come off a bit too goofy, because the way the Kong is, he expresses, again, the expression on his face is like, it looks like he's saying, you shouldn't be here, but I'll let you go this one time.
Are you talking about Kong Encounter?
I'm talking about the ride the Kong ride that's right now.
Let me see.
Oh, you're gonna look it up right now?
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. I'm looking actually at a side by side. Really, Cruiser? Because this looks like the expression of "get off my goddamn lawn."
Like I said, you shouldn't be here. We'll let you go.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's not what Kong is, though. That's the thing. With Kong, he's with the original Kong, he was a territorial ape. Not to mention, he wasn't really smart either. The Peter Jackson one had some intelligence to it, but he was only kind of fascinated with one person. Whereas the full point of Kong was he was a ruthless monster that just did what he wanted to while still trying to like putting the gears in his head. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to like. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now.
Well, according to the ride operator that I spoke to, he said this particular ride was based off the novel.
The novel? I didn't realize there was one.
Yes, that was what the original Kong was based on. I haven't read the novel. I don't know what the difference between the words. I know Kong is still. I think I heard Kong is pretty much. If there's any portrayal close to the novel, I think it was the original one, from what I've heard.
But wasn't Kong though like fascinated by that one woman?
Yeah, he was.
My point is that if he was fascinated by that one woman, then he might, have at least some shred of sympathy.
No, that's exactly the opposite about how the character is portrayed in the book.
You just said you didn't read the book.
Did I say? It's, I said that.
Get it out.
Did I
Evan,
say I
come
didn't
on.
read the book? I said I've heard of the book. I didn't.
Yeah.
I've heard the book. I didn't read about it, but but I did say that the Kong from what I have heard, the Kong in the book is more or less the best representation was in the original movie, where Kong is literally the only thing fascinated by the. What is with my brain? I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having these I'm having these brain farts right now. That's why I'm stuttering like crazy. The
Does your
Kong
brain
in
have
the
to use the bathroom, Evan?
what?
Does your brain have to use the bathroom, Evan? Farting.
Yeah, brain fart.
Has to go.
Too late. I already pulled it out of my ear. Okay, so like from what I heard in the book, Kong was still fascinated by the girl. I don't remember what the exact reasoning as to why was, but in the original movie and book, he's portrayed as an ape that does not have any intelligence. Honestly, the best way to describe him was he was smart, but like. But he was not. Like, when you watch the original movies, you can clearly see when he's doing things, like, you can feel the gears in his head are, like, turning, in a way.
Well, internet, get on that. Leave a comment, and and the internet will.
Like at a certain,
What is the King Kong
but like
book?
it needs intelligence.
I gotta see what the King Kong book cover looks like. Because I remember I saw the one for Jaws, and it actually looks terrifying.
Novelization of the 1933 movie. So I'm not sure.
The other cool thing that's going on with the parks is they have all this vintage merchandise out because I guess there's an anniversary coming up.
Yeah.
So I did buy an original like Universal Studios poster that had like all the original opening attractions on it. And if I'm lucky, and if Biff from Back to the Future shows up again down here, I'm having him sign the poster because he starred in the Back to the Future ride.
Cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what can I say? I just had fun today.
That's awesome.
And,
From Back to the Future, I remember this original song he did where he's like, "Stop asking me the questions." Like the questions everybody asks him as Biff from Back to the Future.
Yeah, Tom Wilson. I personally love that song, and when he came to MegaCon a few years ago, when I met him, I said that I was actually going to quote that song to him. So I'm next in line. He shakes my hand, and I go, "So, do those hoverboards really fly? It's a movie. Stop asking me the question." And he was so thrilled that I knew that song.
That is so cool.
He told me too that so many like other actors who do conventions, they all thought, why didn't I think of to write that song? Because they all keep getting asked the same questions over and over again. And I even decided to quote another song of his called the Sci-Fi Convention Song, where he apparently was there's a moment in the song where he is where he's sitting next to another actor at a sci-fi convention, but he doesn't recognize him from anything. So he's trying to make small talk, and he goes like, "Oh, cool! So you're an actor too. So what were you in?" And he goes, "I was in Planet of the Apes." He goes like, "Whoa! Like the Planet of the Apes, the movie with James Franco?" He goes, "No, I was in like, whoa! You're saying you were in the original Planet of the Apes of the movie?" And he goes like, "No, I was in Planet of the Apes, the TV series."
Oh.
Yeah. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't know they made one either." And so
I had no idea there was a Planet of the Apes TV series.
Which is the joke. And when again I'm chatting with Tom, I lean in, look left and right, go, "So is that guy from Planet of the Apes TV series here too?" And again he was thrilled that I knew his stand up. And I love these songs that he does. Something about trying to be funny in song, trying to be funny is hard enough, but trying to put that in a song is difficult.
Oh yeah.
And
Some people it comes naturally, like Weird Al.
Mhm. So that I really liked. Like that was cool to say that I knew some of his other material. And when I saw him again for the second time, I brought up again the Sci-Fi song, because in the very beginning of the Sci-Fi convention song, he goes, "I've been in 30 or 40 movies. Hey, you only remember 3." I told him.
Yep.
Told him if I was there for that, I would be the guy in the front row who would heckle and go 4, just to hope that he would stop and go, "What's the 4th one?" And go, "Health Inspector." Stick with 3. Because Health Inspector was a Larry the Cable Guy movie.
You know, I'm actually when you were bringing up the Planet of the Apes TV series, I was actually looking it up, and apparently there are comics where the Planet of the Apes do crossovers with Star Trek, Tarzan, and the Green Lantern.
Oh boy. I could see Planet of the Apes as part of Star Trek. That'd be interesting.
You know, all this is just making me realize why I have to see War of the Planet of the Apes again. That was a good movie.
Well, believe it or not, there was actually a cartoon called Space Monkeys.
I gotta look
Space
this up.
Monkeys.
Yes, I am not making this up. It was called
Everything's
Space
better
Monkeys.
than monkeys.
Was it like an 80s cartoon or?
I would have to say early 90s.
Okay, that makes sense still, because 80s, early 90s, we still had the weird stoner shows like, Snorks, a show about underwater bongs that swim around and have their own society.
What?
There is an alternative band formed in Middletown, Greater Manchester called the Space Monkeys.
Oh yeah, that's a band.
But it's not a cartoon show?
Not that I'm seeing. I'm looking it up. I'm not really seeing much. There, it might have been. If not, it doesn't have a Wikipedia page. But
because I remember seeing a cartoon that had monkeys in space. That's what I can remember from it.
There
Maybe
are
it's called Space.
Okay. There are way too many things here. There's Space Monkey, the band, Space Monkeys, the 1990s band, Space Monkeys with a Z, a group that remixed the Gorillaz album in 2002, Space Monkey, a song by John Preen, Space Monkey, a song by Patti Smith, Space Monkey, a song by Placebo, and Captain Simeon and Space Monkeys, an American animated television series. I'm pretty sure that's the one you're referring to.
Yeah, most likely.
Ugh.
And there was a Space Monkey, Space Chimps in 2008.
We're not gonna. Let's just pretend that movie didn't exist, please.
I remember that one had Patrick Warburton in it and Andy Samberg.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, stuff like Mars Needs Moms.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to remember that, but nobody can remember it.
Believe it or not, there was actually some news about Mars Meets Moms that came out. Apparently, the Seth Green audio was found.
Oh boy.
Really?
Someone, Rebel Taxi. I like this YouTuber named Rebel Taxi who does like cartoon reviews and random stuff. But
I watched Rebel Taxi sometimes.
and he did this thing saying doing the Zemeckis Image Movers company's history, and one of the things he did was like, if there's people want to see like the Snyder cut of Batman versus Superman, I want to see the Seth Green cut of Mars Meets Moms.
It wouldn't change the animation quality.
Are you sure? I mean, do you really think that's going to save it at all?
I never said it was going to. I can't help. I mean, the only thing that I liked about it is that they got Jamie Lee Curtis when she had her short hair and she was fucking hot back then. So yeah.
Can you imagine if Chris Farley hadn't passed away and we would have gotten the Chris Farley Shrek instead of the Mike Myers Shrek?
Oh my god, that's just sad, man. Come on.
Alternate timeline.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's just fucking.
I don't know, I don't know if I would have liked it though, because I like the fact that the Shrek that we got had, he does have an axe.
Yeah. I mean, it would have
He doesn't have
been
ass.
Chris Farley being a green ogre.
I was on Discord yesterday with Crimson Glow, and I was telling her about this video I have on my vlog channel called Zemnis Meets Shrek, where one of the actors I know, me and Bruce know personally, is Paul St. Peter, who is the voice of Zemnis, Wormmon, and a bunch of other people. And for one time, whenever everybody asks him to do the voice of Zemnis, he says, "Okay, what's your name?" And he says in Zemnis' voice, he says, "Tell me, so and so." do you know who you truly are? And we were in the middle of a convention. It was Omni Expo, and someone said, "Do that quote, but with Shrek." He opens up by saying in Zemna's voice, "Shrek is not worthy," and like he does it. He does it.
I still
He says,
I still remember.
well, there's more
Go
to
ahead,
it.
go ahead.
At the very end, he does the quote. He says, "And no offense to anybody, but Michael Myers cannot do a Scottish accent for shit." Like he's like, "Look, man, because Paul St. Peter can do a lot of accents. He was able to do a real Scottish accent, kind of like this." I mean, I work with a Scottish guy, and I'm like, I should just go up to him one day saying, "Dude, what do you think of Shrek's accent? Can you just give me a vouch for that?"
Is it legit?
You'd probably be like, "No."
What was
Is
that?
Shrek? It's like probably no, but a lot of people would. I mean, not that a lot of people are smart, but like a lot of people, it sounds like a Scottish accent.
I can actually play you the audio if you want to hear it, since this is my video, but let me see. Zemnis meets Shrek. I actually have not seen this video in a while, and oh my god, it's got like 12k views. Okay, I'm gonna play the audio.
Okay.
Shrek is not worthy. Or as I say, don't piss Zemnis off. Alright, so we'll do that one. Tell me, Shrek, do you know who you truly are?
It's me laughing.
It's a little hard to hear on my end.
A little bit.
But Mike Myers doesn't do a good Scottish dialect. No disrespect, but the fact is he doesn't, you know. I don't say that only because I've been to Scotland and I've been around Scots and all this stuff, but also as a teacher, as an instructor, and I've been doing this for many, many years and decades now. You hear these sounds I'm doing? These are from the Highlands of Scotland.
So yeah, he actually did have some freaking thing, and I love these comments.
Scottish accent.
The best part is the comment section. The swamp that never was.
I still remember Paul St. Peter's time, and at his I was at his panel, and the one question I love asking actor, the most cringeworthy thing I've ever had to say in character, and he just sighs and goes, "Wormon, forgive me," and in Wormon's voice he goes, "Wormon, will you suck me dry?"
I was not
I'm
laughing.
sorry, I couldn't hear that.
He said in Mormon's voice like, "What? He said, suck me dry," or something like that.
He said, he said, "Kiwi Mom, would you suck me dry?" As Wormon's voice.
Oh my god, I'm going to. I have audio of him saying that. I think when you asked it, but I'm not gonna play it because just for his respect. So.
Okay, but I want to hear it though when this is over, just so I can relive that memory.
I'd have to dig deep for it, but yeah.
But also this weekend we give our respects here. It was Heather Blossom.
Yeah. I think I already brought it up.
Yes, happy birthday to Heather. Evan, it was a shame you couldn't make it out because I have to say it was a lot of fun. Just Gallic.
That's good. I'm glad you had a good time at Gatorland.
Yeah. I have to say, yeah, Gatorland, that was an experience because I thought that Gatorland was going to be total tourist trap.
No, it's just a reptile zoo.
I have to give them credit. It is a legitimate reptiles. And me, Daniel, and Brian Rosander, we actually all went on the zip line tour.
Ooh.
I thought they closed it.
It was funny. No, that's open.
Zipline tours are awesome.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. Like, there's a locker where you can keep your valuables, and the key to the locker is attached to a piece of red wood where they drew Plank's face on it.
Oh yeah, you should have that.
Yeah, I took a picture of it, and along with a staff member holding it, and sent it to Tony Sampson and Matt Hill, and they absolutely loved it. And I go, and I tell Tony, I'm surprised. I was wondering whatever happened to Plank, but then again, where's an old retired piece of wood supposed to go?
Plank had a very bad sunburn. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Now,
Hell the
but as
tan.
for the zip line tour, we climb up to the very first post. They give us the instructions, and and the woman goes, "Okay, any questions?" I go, "Can I go first?" And like, okay, sure. And so I'm all rigged up. I'm ready to go. As soon as I take off, I go, "See you guys in hell!" And I just go across the first cable. And then they're setting us up for the second one, and again they send me first, and I go. But that's when it started to rain. We actually had to pause for a minute. We actually had to go back down and wait to go up with the 2 o'clock group. Now, here's where things got a little interesting. I actually told them that I had a Zoom session at 2, but it was only 5 minutes long, and they said, "Okay, yeah, that should be okay." So now so 2 happens, and we had to start going back up to the first post, and I go, "Wait a minute, like you said this will be fine, like I can do this," and she just shrugs her shoulders and goes, "Oh well," like what the fuck? Yeah, and the Zoom session was actually with one TrawCon Online's meeting with Brian Doe, who did Timber Spruce and Legend of Everfree. And that's when, we're on our way to the first post, and that's when it starts to pour. Now, I find this little hut where Brawny and Heather were hanging out in, and I go, "Look, I need to do this. It's only going to be 5 minutes long. Can I do this right here?" And she just shrugs her shoulders and goes, "Oh, well." Like, so my session starts, and the guys at TrawCon, they know that I'm doing this little zipline tour, and I need to, get this done. So they send me in first. And so I'm chatting with Brian Doe, and it was a very pleasant experience. And I told him that, while me and my friends definitely made our jokes about Timber looking much older than Twilight, I mean, no disrespect, you still put on a great performance, and I'm here to give my. And he thanked me for that. And when he was signing the photo, he goes, "Okay, what's your name?" I go, "You know what? Put my stage name on there. It's Cruiser, spelled Cruizer." And he goes, "Wait a minute. That sounds familiar." And I go, "Oh God." And he goes, "Wait a minute. You were the guy who was making those jokes."
Wait, is he referring to the Legend of Everfree video we made?
Yes.
Were you playing man on the boat with the camera? I love that one. That was my favorite one.
I told him my favorite joke was when I said Timber was the only person to escape from Chris Hansen on Dateline NBC.
Did he take it? What, did he take the video well, or was he fucking around with you?
I think he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because he did hear criticisms that Timber looked like he was in his 20s and Twilight looked like she was only 16.
Yeah.
So I think he got the criticisms, but I still wanted him to know that that's mainly on the part of the art department, not you.
Yeah, the animators.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that he knew that it was nothing against his performance. His performance was spot on.
Yeah.
And to which he really appreciated. And even though the only kind of photo op you could really do is a screen cap, and luckily they let us do that. And he was wondering what's with the helmet because I'm wearing one in my photo. It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm on a zipline tour." He goes like, wait, what? You're on a zipline tour and you stopped to say hello to me? Like, I paid for both. I want to do both. Like, okay, I'll give you that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I can imagine
Yeah.
of you all. So you went first on the zip line, right?
Yeah, and then suddenly my session's over, and it's time for me to go back up. Now, at first, I'm heading up to the first post, and he said, "No, head over to the second one." And I start heading to the second one, and the guy says, "Keep going the same direction you're going." The guy sent me in the wrong direction.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
So now I'm back at the right post, and they're not letting me up. They have to wait to get everyone over to post number 2 first before they can come down and let me in. However, they sent my group off without me. And they go, "Hey, you're the one who left and they said, "Hey, you're the one who left the tour." I'm like, "You said I could." So part of me is a little tempted to send them an email going to tell them like what happened. I'm not expecting a refund, but just don't ever do that to me.
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell me it's going to be fine and then
Okay.
just abandon it.
Okay, before we go to the final five, I just have one question for you, Cruiser. How many hours did you spend in Gatorland?
I think we're there for like maybe 5.
Man.
Yeah, that sounds about right. People usually spend like 3 to 5 to like 6 hours in the Gatorland at most. All right. Let's just get final five done and over with. Now begin. Final five. It's final five time for the final five of ladies first. So Bright goes next. First. It just began.
All right. I'm going first. I'm really happy to say that last week I put out a new video on my Bread Idea channel. That's also on Shaded Side Studios website. If you don't know what a malapropism is, then go check that out. And I'm hard at work on my next couple of ideas for the channel, so keep an eye out for those. And I've also started sewing flowers. If you'd like to send me any ideas on Facebook or Instagram, I got roses, I got daisies, I've got forget-me-nots. I'm going to be working on tulips and who knows what else in the coming weeks. So there you go.
Send Cruiser a bleeding heart. No, that wasn't me making fun of you. I was just saying that for random shit. Send him like an elephant ear, or like a skunk weed or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, Cruiser, go.
For everybody who watched,
I think we lost him.
Yeah, Cruiser, we just lost you.
Still, okay. Well, I will be doing another unboxing video for the new album. I am still currently coming up with an idea for the next Puff Rock. So keep an eye on both my Concert Cruiser channel and my Cruiser Brony channel. More updates coming.
Okay.
Okay.
And of course, that leaves it to me. Hold on. Okay, let's begin the timer. This is a checklist of everything I have to do for Mystery Brony Theater, and it goes on for 15 pages.
Oh, goodness. You typed that all out?
I had to type every single thing out, what I had to make, what I had to remake, what I got to test, and what everything I do there. So before we go, I do want to have to read out something here. I apologize, this takes my final five a little extensive, but I'm going to be reading something I did post online for you guys, for the people to hear. I released this statement yesterday on the Mystery Brony Theater Facebook page, so I'm just going to read it for you guys, just because everybody got excited. I'm probably going to make a video that's that will go more in depth. I might do like a personal live stream for you guys, but here's the deal. I wrote this down in my iPad last night, so I apologize if things get a little weird, so here we go. World's Incarnation is an upcoming Season 5 finale of Mystery Brony Theater 4000 and the sequel to World, which was in 2018. The finale will feature the usual cast Zachary Wanamaker, Evan Bernardi, Justin Sprower, and Alyssa Kurtanabe, but will also feature Annette Levy, Joe Puntel, Springheart, and Crimson Glow. More members of the Brony community are said to be in it as well. In this part, the boys are set up to rewatch something from their past. However, they are visited by a stranger who calls herself Whirl. The boys deliver the requested information on how to get them back home before the studio brainwashes them with poor quality movies. Secrets will be revealed, lies will come into light, and the fate of the entire world will rest on the shoulders of our heroes in the Ponyville Theater of Friendship. Unlike the previous episodes of Mystery Brony Theater, this finale will be both multi-parted and also split between multiple channels. Two sides of the story are going to be made, one that takes place on Bright Ideas channel and the other on the channel of Mystery Brony Theater 4000. It will act as more of like a pick-your-own-adventure kind of video. I have confirmed that the special will be longer than the previous finale, and while it will maintain its comedic elements, it will also be much darker than a typical MBT4K episode. Justin Jablonski will be assisting in writing the script. Bernardi has also hinted that a sequel to this special will most likely follow. That's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.